Hi everybody. So as you'll know if you've looked at any of my videos or attended any of my courses, that I'm a big fan of Jobs to be Done. I think it's a fantastic framework to help develop a really powerful value proposition to understand what your customers are truly saying. Now, what I want to address today is some of the problems that come with working with the value proposition canvas, which is a fantastic tool for building out jobs to be done. What that problem is that often when you're working over here on the customer profile at the job section, you can end up with lots and lots and lots of jobs. And it's very easy to brainstorm 10, 20, 50, even 100 different jobs for your customer. And the reality is that people buy products to help them solve one job, get one functional thing they want to get done really, really well. I'm not going to go through all of that now, but I challenge you to think of some products and send them back to me which address multiple different jobs at the same time, or products that primarily address social or emotional jobs. So what we're trying to do is zoom in on what is the main functional job to be done that the job doer, the customer segment, is trying to get done, that our product is going to help them do better, get better results, better gains from, or remove pains to allow them to do. So the problem that normally comes up here is that you end up with lots and lots of jobs to be done. Now, to recap, the job to be done, this is the thing that customers are trying to get done. Three major categories: functional, social, and emotional. And there's some ideas here from Uber's marketing materials that perhaps people are trying to choose destinations, pick their rides, see price estimates. Don't get too pulled away by that though, because remember, a good job to be done is one that pre-exists your application. So people are not trying to choose a destination, they're not trying to pick the ride, they're not trying to see price estimates, they're trying to do something else. So as you're brainstorming through the jobs to be done, you will probably produce quite a lot of them. And here is not actually too bad a selection of jobs, but you can easily have many more than this, and many of the people I've worked with can find it quite hard to prioritize these. So how do you prioritize jobs to be done? Well, what I've done is put together a quick framework that can help you focus on the main job your customer is trying to get done. The main job is the key outcome they're looking for. And they may not know immediately what their outcome is. Many people are not working around the world very clear and crisp on the outcomes they want to get. But if you talk to them a bit and you dig down, there is some outcome, there is some progress they're trying to make in their life. And that's what we're trying to attach to. So the main job is an outcome. It is not a task. It's not a to-do list item. It's a state that they want to get to. And it's functional. It's not aspirational, and it's not emotional. So think that through and try and challenge me a bit on that one, that products address functional jobs, not social, emotional, aspirational ones primarily. And it has a very clear end state. You know when you've done it. So I'm going to work through and show you what we have here for an Uber rider, who's our job doer, our customer segment. So for the Uber rider, we have identified that their main job is to get from A to B. We have then identified that they have gains, things that they expect to see, things that make the outcome positive, low price, on-time arrival. Pains, things that are stopping them getting from A to B, is arriving there late, hidden costs. And then there are sub-jobs. There are all the different things that they need to do to be able to go from A to B. And you can break this down into an infinite amount of detail: to open the car door, to get into the car, to purify the air in the car, to wipe it down, to put on your face mask. Now, what we're trying to find is a really good balance between the main job, this big thing that we're going to attach our product to, and the sub-jobs. And we neither want to fix sub-jobs, very, very small jobs which may be important but are probably not substantial enough for us to build a business around. So we probably could build a business simply comparing transportation options, but is that big enough to build the massive success story that Uber has been? But we also don't want to attach to a job that is too big. We don't want to take a bigger bite off the cherry than we want to, than we're capable of, than the market needs, than the customers are looking for. So we don't want to be too much up here in the aspirational space either. We want to be focused on the functional job that the customer needs help getting done. Let's look at another example here for Calendly, the extremely popular scheduling application. So the main job that people are trying to get done using Calendly is scheduling a meeting. Secondarily, there are social, emotional, and aspirational jobs that are also important. People want to have great meetings. They want to make business contacts. They want to meet friends. And it could be that Calendly use that in their marketing materials. And it could be that you tell your friends about that when you talk to them about Calendly. But what's going to keep people coming back to Calendly again and again is the ability to schedule a meeting and do that fast, the main gain being speed, and to do that without wasting time going back and forth over email. There's then a ton of sub-jobs. You need to take meeting notes, decide who to meet with, you need to handle conflicts. And it's very interesting that Calendly are not addressing those because they've identified the main job that they want to focus on being scheduling a meeting. Final example from B2B SaaS is Hubspot, the sales tool that many organizations are using now. The main job here of a HubSpot user, a salesperson, they're trying to close deals. They're trying to bring in revenue. It probably is that they want to get a promotion and that they want to look good and they want to get more sales than their colleagues in a different region. They want to look good to their boss and all of these things. But HubSpot is not primarily a tool that gets you a promotion. If you want to get a promotion, you can go work with a career coach. And career coaching so far is not a massively scalable SaaS product. No one's figured that one out yet. So the main job which HubSpot have attached to, which is massively scalable, is closing deals. And how do salespeople know when they've closed deals and what good things happen? Well, they hit their forecasts. They're meeting with customers. What is stopping salespeople closing deals? Before HubSpot came along, before Salesforce came along, what is it that stops Salesforce closing deals? Clunky systems and annoying processes. You could go back 50, 100 years and talk to salespeople and they would still be complaining about clunky systems and annoying processes stopping them from closing deals. There are then sub-jobs. They've got to write sales notes. They've got to reply to customer email. And yeah, HubSpot does help with that. But that isn't the primary benefit that HubSpot delivers. It's not the primary job that people are trying to get done. So I found this a really nice, simple grid to use when working through jobs to be done. Have a go for yourself. Grab a value proposition canvas. If you're using Miro, you can simply have your jobs to be done listed here. And I like to move them around. I play it out. I sort of game it on the screen, and I move the job into the different categories and say, well, what if getting to A to B was the main job and feeling safe was a social and emotional? And then I swap it around. I would say, well, what if actually feeling safe is the main job for somebody? And try that on for size, see how it feels. And of course, go out, talk to customers. All of this data for jobs to be done should be coming from customer interviews. So have a go at this, and I hope it helps you simplify the value proposition canvases you're making and find a path to clarity.